Welcome to Wisdom Quotes. Today be inspired by Plato. Plato was a renowned ancient Greek philosopher, widely considered one of the most influential figures in the history of Western philosophy. He was born in Athens, Greece, into an aristocratic family, and his birth name was Aristocles. However, he is known by his nickname Plato. We are pleased to present his finest quotes for your enjoyment. The wise man will want to be ever with him who is better than himself. In order for man to succeed in life, God provided him with two means, education and physical activity, not separately, one for the soul and the other for the body, but for the two together. With these means, man can attain perfection. Happiness springs from doing good and helping others. The first and best victory is to conquer self. A grateful mind is a great mind, which eventually attracts to itself great things. No wealth can ever make a bad man at peace with himself. You can discover more about a person in an hour of play than in a year of conversation. True friendship can exist only between equals. Do not train a child to learn by force or harshness, but direct them to it by what amuses their minds, so that you may be better able to discover with accuracy the peculiar bent of the genius of each. A house that has a library in it has a soul. Character is simply habit, long continued. Every heart sings a song, incomplete, until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. At the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. A dog has the soul of a philosopher. An empty vessel makes the loudest sound, so they that have the least wit are the greatest babblers. The madness of love is the greatest of heaven's blessings. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing. Love is the pursuit of the whole. The man who finds that in the course of his life he has done a lot of wrong often wakes up at night in terror like a child with a nightmare, and his life is full of foreboding. But the man who is conscious of no wrongdoing is filled with cheerfulness and with the comfort of old age. No man should bring children into the world who is unwilling to persevere to the end in their nature and education. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. Lack of activity destroys the good condition of every human being. A fool can be identified by two things: He talks about things useless to him and says, when he is not asked, "The soul of man is immortal and imperishable." There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain. To conquer oneself is the best and noblest victory. To be vanquished by one's own nature is the worst and most ignoble defeat. I'm trying to think. Don't confuse me with facts. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. The true lover of knowledge naturally strives for truth and is not content with common opinion, but soars with undimmed and unwearied passion till he grasps the essential nature of things. Any man may easily do harm, but not every man can do good to another. There should exist among the citizens neither extreme poverty nor again excessive wealth, for both are productive of great evil. All the gold which is under or upon the earth is not enough to give in exchange for virtue. The soul takes nothing with her to the next world but her education and her culture. At the beginning of the journey to the next world, one's education and culture can either provide the greatest assistance or else act as the greatest burden to the person who has just died. When the tyrant has disposed of foreign enemies by conquest or treaty, and there is nothing to fear from them, then he is always stirring up some wary or other in order that the people may require a leader. There is truth in wine and children. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. According to Greek mythology, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, and a head with 2 faces. Fearing their power, Zeus split them into 2 separate parts, condemning them to spend their lives in search of their other halves. You might enjoy wisdom quotes from other great thinkers.